In this podcast episode, Simon Sinek, an author and motivational speaker, explores the critical importance of understanding one's why in both personal and professional contexts. He delves into themes such as the significance of continuous goals, the role of vulnerability in relationships, the impact of feedback on growth, and the evolving dynamics of leadership in today's workplace. Sinek emphasizes that true fulfillment comes from serving others and cultivating a strong organizational culture rooted in trust and purpose. Sen emphasizes the critical importance of understanding one's why, the core purpose that drives individuals in both their personal and professional lives. He reflects on his own journey, where despite achieving what many would consider a successful life, he felt unfulfilled and lacked passion for his work. This realization was catalyzed by a close friend's observation that something was amiss, prompting Sinek to confront his feelings. He notes that while many people can articulate what they do and how they do it, very few can clearly express why they do it. This lack of clarity can lead to decisions that are misaligned with one's true self, resulting in discomfort and disconnection. Sinek argues that a sense of purpose is essential for personal fulfillment, often stemming from a desire to serve others rather than pursuing selfish goals. He highlights the irony that many high-achieving individuals, including elite athletes, may experience feelings of emptiness after reaching their goals, as these goals are often self-centered. He cites examples like Michael Phelps and Andre Agassi, who, after achieving the pinnacle of their careers, found themselves grappling with a sense of loss. Sinek posits that true fulfillment arises from pursuing goals that connect to a larger purpose, particularly those that involve serving others. Sinek critiques the notion of setting arbitrary goals, such as achieving a specific physical appearance, which can lead to a lack of sustained motivation. He shares his own experience of setting a goal to attain a six-pack for summer, which ultimately failed to inspire him in the long run. Instead, he advocates for goals rooted in a continuum of personal growth and self-awareness. He emphasizes that self-awareness is crucial for personal development and often requires feedback from others to gain a fuller understanding of oneself. Sinek believes that self-assessment alone is insufficient. Individuals must seek insights from those around them to uncover their strengths and weaknesses. The podcast also delves into the significance of vulnerability in relationships. Sinek argues that asking for help can strengthen connections with others. He shares a personal anecdote about a friend who reached out for support during a challenging time, illustrating how such requests can foster trust and deeper relationships. Sinek emphasizes that as social beings, we cannot navigate life alone. We need each other to thrive. Sinek reiterates that purpose is often found in serving others rather than in self-serving goals. He believes that the most meaningful experiences arise from relationships and acts of service. He encourages listeners to reflect on their motivations and consider how their actions can contribute to the well-being of others. By focusing on the impact we have on those around us, we can cultivate a sense of purpose that transcends individual achievements. In discussing feedback and assessment, Sinek highlights the importance of creating a culture where feedback is sought and valued. He shares a practical example from the Army Rangers, where peer reviews are integral to advancement. In this system, individuals must receive positive evaluations not only from instructors but also from their peers, emphasizing the importance of teamwork and character alongside technical skills. This approach fosters accountability and encourages a culture of openness and vulnerability. Sinek outlines a structured feedback process he implemented, where team members identify their top 3 weaknesses and strengths, providing specific examples for each. This feedback is shared in a group setting, allowing for additional input from peers. The process is framed as a gift, encouraging participants to receive feedback graciously, regardless of their initial emotional reactions. This method helps individuals recognize their blind spots and uncover strengths they may not have been aware of, creating a transformative experience. Sinek discusses the long-term negative impacts of dishonesty within organizations. He explains that a culture of dishonesty can lead to ethical fading, where individuals rationalize unethical behavior, believing they are acting within acceptable boundaries. This often starts at the leadership level, where pressure to meet short-term goals can lead to decisions that compromise ethical standards. The consequences can be severe, resulting in a toxic work environment that affects employees' mental health and overall well-being. Sinek stresses that even small lies can create a ripple effect, leading to a breakdown of trust and integrity within teams. Sinek emphasizes the importance of replacing judgment with curiosity when addressing issues within the workplace. Instead of labeling individuals based on hearsay, leaders should seek to understand the underlying reasons for behavior. This approach fosters a compassionate and supportive environment, allowing for open dialogue and problem solving. Good leadership involves actively seeking the truth and being willing to engage in difficult conversations, ultimately leading to a healthier organizational culture. Sinek notes that the younger generation entering the workforce, particularly Gen Z, exhibits both strengths and weaknesses. He observes that they are more likely to stand up for their needs and values, often opting to quit rather than endure a subpar work environment. This shift reflects a broader cultural change where individuals prioritize their well-being and fulfillment over job security. Sinek argues that this generation is not merely seeking higher pay, but is also looking for meaningful work and a sense of belonging. To support the younger generation in thriving and staying motivated, Sinek emphasizes the need for empathy and understanding from leaders. Instead of labeling their behaviors as irresponsible, leaders should recognize potential skills gaps and provide necessary support and training. He advocates for creating a workplace culture that fosters strong relationships and a sense of purpose, where employees feel valued and connected to a larger mission. Sinek discusses the future of work, predicting a blend of remote and in-person collaboration, with flexibility becoming a key component of workplace culture. He argues that companies prioritizing teaching leadership skills and fostering a positive environment will have a competitive advantage in attracting and retaining talent. The focus should be on creating a culture that encourages open communication, feedback, and a shared sense of purpose, allowing individuals to thrive both personally and professionally. Sinek emphasizes that effective leadership is not merely about managing tasks or achieving results. It is fundamentally about inspiring and motivating people. He introduces the concept of the golden circle, which consists of 3 concentric circles: what, how, and why. Most organizations start with what they do and how they do it, but the most successful leaders and companies begin with why. They do what they do. This core belief resonates with people on a deeper level, creating loyalty and trust. Sinek notes that many leaders struggle to articulate their why, often because they are too focused on operational aspects. He encourages leaders to reflect on their motivations and the impact they want to have on their teams and organizations. By doing so, they can create a more authentic and compelling narrative that inspires others. The podcast also addresses the role of vulnerability in leadership. Sinek argues that leaders willing to show their vulnerabilities and share their struggles can build stronger connections with their teams. This openness fosters an environment of trust and psychological safety, where team members feel comfortable expressing their ideas and concerns. He believes this environment is crucial for innovation and collaboration. Sinek emphasizes the importance of resilience in leadership, noting that leaders will inevitably face challenges and setbacks. Their response to these difficulties defines their effectiveness. Maintaining a positive outlook and viewing challenges as opportunities for growth not only helps leaders navigate tough situations, but also sets a powerful example for their teams. Sinek discusses the significance of culture within organizations, arguing that a strong, purpose-driven culture can be a powerful differentiator in today's competitive landscape. Leaders who prioritize culture and align their teams around a shared purpose are more likely to attract and retain top talent. He suggests that organizations should regularly assess their culture and make adjustments as needed to ensure it remains aligned with their core values and mission. Trust is a foundational element of effective leadership, according to Sinek. He explains that trust is built through consistent actions and behaviors that align with stated values. Leaders who demonstrate integrity and authenticity are more likely to earn the trust of their teams. Trust is not a one-time achievement, but an ongoing process requiring continuous effort and commitment. Sinek also highlights the importance of communication in leadership. Effective communication goes beyond merely conveying information. It involves storytelling and connecting with people on an emotional level. Leaders who can articulate their vision and purpose through compelling narratives are more likely to inspire their teams and drive engagement.